following the specifications of our clients. And it was supposed to be completed in 124 weeks. But this is all we're able to deliver. We delivered the 8-kilometer road, and we completed it 5 weeks earlier than estimated. And these were the constraints. We had 31 months and 35 million pounds to work with. We assumed that the infrastructure would be used for the projects. They will be used to further other projects around. If they were going to make other roads, they will use the infrastructure. So we put in funds so that it will last. We didn't have to worry about the unions because we subletted the contract to contractors, and they were using people from the union that were in the area. And we knew bribery is part of the culture, so we adequated funds for that. And hooliganism is rampant in the area, so we put that into consideration. And then we gave the contract out to companies to work on. Now these are our milestones. By the end of the first 3 weeks, we had acquired 70% of the funding. And then in the next 2 weeks, that is adding up to 5 weeks, we have finished recruiting. That is, we made sure that our contractors have finished recruiting. And then in the middle of the 4th month, that is 10 weeks added to the 5, we purchased most of our materials. And then in the continuing 12 weeks, we had finished putting up all the temporary structures that we need, our offices and all other stuff. And then at the end of the 15 weeks, we had finished purchasing all the heavy equipment. It was difficult. We were transporting it from other parts of the country to bring it, so it took longer than we anticipated, but we made provision for that. And by the end of the 79 weeks, we had finished constructing our road. Now, you realize that whenever there's a road being constructed, from the beginning to the end, they put up a charter, so that anybody that is passing would be educated, informed, and alerted that this is what was going on. So our road was from Leicester to Walter Thames, and the Ministry of Transport was in charge. You can see everything there, the day we started, when we completed, and how much we spent. This is a picture before we started constructing. Now this is our WBS. We had a WBS dictionary that will cater for what you saw previously. So assuming you take something like 2.2, you know that 2.2 is for structures. And the WBS dictionary also said that the worksheets for the team. This was our budget implementation plan. We gave 5% to contingency. We realized that we have percentage and then the figure there. So 5% was to contingency, and then 30% was for mobilization. And allocating and planning the budget out like this, we knew what was going to take most of our funds and which part was going to take less.